All right. I get this question a lot. What is probably the best offer I can run for a cold email, paid ads, cold DMs, any sort of outreach? What's the best offer I can run? Now, there's this one offer that's applicable to almost every business, service, and almost any industry. And I have some examples on here to show you that's exactly the case. And I'll kind of walk you through why it's such a good offer, why it's so good, who uses it. Like everyone's using this 100K a month agencies. I know so many people using this. I use this offer myself. Um, what is the most proven offer currently available right now in the market? Real simple. It's a setup fee plus pay on results. And I'm sure you guys have seen this left and right. Yeah, Joe Kaplan. You have so many people using this sort of offer that's just 100K a month agencies. Now they use it because it works. Now, let me run you through some examples of my clients and what they're doing and what they're getting in for it. So let me see if I can zoom in here for a second. You might not be able to see me, but here's one example right here. Right, we have a solar industry, we have a home improvement agency, we have a kitchen remodeling agency, another solar agency, and a roofing company. So all these guys are running essentially the same kind of offer where it's setup fee plus paying results. Now it might be a little different. It might be a pay per closed client, maybe pay per appointment, pay per lead, whatever it may be. But what matters is they are running this setup fee plus paying results offer and it's working. Now, so we see $9 leads, $10 leads here, $4, $5 leads here, £13 leads here, $11, $12 leads here, $5, $7 leads here. And as you can see, it works very well. Otherwise, we wouldn't be running it for a long period of time. Now, oh man, how do I zoom out? Here we go. Awesome. You can see my beautiful face again. Just joking. So the offer works. Now, why does it work? That's a good question. Why is this so good? You get super cheap appointments, like you just saw right there. Your closing rate gets much higher, right? You get better results for your clients, and it's just phenomenal. Do you know what everyone else is running right now? Maybe something you're running right now as well. It's just that normal 2 to 4K per month retainer, and we'll guarantee you X amount of results or your money back. Everyone's doing it. Like everyone and their mom and cold email. You know how many emails I get of that same offer? Now, what we want to do is we want to run a front end ad where we have some sort of variation of something, maybe like a pay on results, whatever it may be. And then they get on call. They're like, awesome, this is pay on results, but there's a setup fee attached to it. And it's a one time setup fee. But from there, it's just pay on results. And it works very well. Like we ran like setup fees like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and I've helped other people run setup fees that go even higher than that, like 7K just set up. So it's a great thing. Now, the closing rate is much higher because your clients, you just got to think of them, or your leads, I should say, think of it in their perspective. They're seeing ads left and right, and they're hopping on these calls, and all those calls are the same thing. Give us $2,000, $3,000 in this 3 month contract. So you're, for sure going to be giving us $9,000, $12,000 for whatever it may be. And we're going to guarantee you these results. Now you see it as like, okay, I got to pay these dudes $6,000 and $9,000 plus like ad spend on top of that too, like 1,000, 2,000 a month. Now it's like a 20K thing. I'm like, I have to pay them regardless if it's today or tomorrow, depending on like if the results are good or not. Now you come in and you beat out all those guys purely because it's a one-time setup cost and you get a pay on results. So here's one example that we use. Say for the solar industry. For the solar industry, you can run an ad where it's pay on results, pay per solar installation, whatever it may be. And the typical solar lead generation company with appointment center, whatever it may be, they're going to be charging them like 5K every single month for a period of 3 to 6 months. They're not going to be doing pay on results basis. And they do that to lock in spend and whatever that is. Now, the reason why the top agencies are doing this method right now is for two things: easier closes, beats out the competition, and you get more money out of it. One example is the solar industry. One solar installation is over $10,000. It can get us like $25,000. It goes high. I'm sure you guys in solar know that. Now, one of those installations, you should charge $1,000 for every installation that happens. Now, say, let me see here. So we have a solar guy here. they're getting their clients, depends, it varies on the ad spend, but at least 3 solar installations per month. So at least 3 solar installations per month. That's at least 3K they made in performance month to month, and it gets better and better. There's guys that get 15 plus installations every month, right? Now you can see how quickly that adds up. Now, very quickly, your clients are going to see, okay, these guys are legit. Their service fulfillment is good, and I'm actually wasting more money giving them performance rather than just doing a retainer. All because I was so scared I didn't want to do like a retainer, large set of fee model, whatever it may be. So that's where that benefit really comes in. And yeah, you guys just crush it with this offer. All our clients run this offer. It just crushes. You make more money out of it. Maybe instead of like a 3 month 2K contract where you like after 3 months you end up getting like 6K guaranteed in contract value. Now instead of 6K, you're getting like 20K for just that 2K setup fee. But additional 18K off of it just from performance, right? So that doesn't have to be installations too, by the way. This can be appointments. This could be leads. Whatever you're more confident in, or your contractor, your fulfiller, whatever it is, change up the pricing so they end up making more money off of the results than the actual retainer itself. And your clients are going to love you for that because you're the only person that's actually running it compared to the 5 other guys that are just pitching retainer, retainer, retainer. You're the only person that actually has skin in the game ready for this. Now, flip side, this also motivates you a lot more, right? You want more money, you're going to get more results, you're going to beat out the competition, and it's an easier close because you're just beating everyone else. It's a no brainer. You're just cheaper in their eyes. You're 100% cheaper on the front end. It's the back end, which they don't see. And even if they do see, they still rather risk that. Rather whis, rather risk $2,000 than $6,000, $8,000 contract, right? Worst case scenario. These guys are always thinking a worst case scenario in their head, but you end up always winning and always making more. And they're always going to beg you to go down to a retainer model. That's where you upsell them even more. And now maybe you can start doing like 5K retainer models. Now, here's another example of what's converting today. Now, it's very common, not the biggest fan of it, but it is a bait and switch offer where like a setup fee plus performance is kind of in the middle. This is really like that both extremes, right? So the front end of the ad will say it's pay per close, performance, whatever it is, and then you get on the sales call and you give them 2 options, option A or option B, right? Here's an example. Option A, they get in the sales call, you run them through the whole script at the very end and say, awesome, this sound good? Great. So in order for us to do this paper model, whatever it is, we're going to need 400, 600 a day in ad spend from you, 500 to 80% of your revenue that we bring in for you, and XYZ, like something ridiculous. That's just going to make them like call you a slur, right? And then they're going to be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'd be a stupid business owner to do it. And that's where you also come in and do the switch. We're like, okay, definitely get it. Lots of people don't want that and they're okay with this option here, which is, we're able to do for you as well. It's a 2K a month retainer, no monthly ad spend or a low ad spend, whatever your minimum is. If you are running like a paid ads, media buyer thing, and guaranteed results on top of that. No guaranteed results on the other one over there. So you just want to make option B as compelling as possible. Like, you don't want them picking option A. Now, if they pick option A because they really do not trust you at all and they don't want to risk anything, they want 100% pure results and they're okay having zero margin, it is the most phenomenal profit that you'll receive. You'll be getting paid a lot. They're putting so much ad spend into it. So your media buyers having a great time bringing it results even faster. And you're cashing in on that 50 to 80% revenue. And very quickly, they're going to beg you to go on a retainer model. Now, most of the time that won't happen. That has happened. And you do cash out a lot on that from people who are really just that scared. For the majority of people, they're just going to go with option B. That's what you would do. That's what I would do, right? Little money now, don't have to pay as much later. So that's one option. It doesn't have to be 2K, by the way. It's going to be like 3K, 5K retainers. But I just wanted to give an example here. What you really just want is to make them choose option B. Now, lots of times people may see this as deceiving. In reality, it doesn't matter because it works, right? The proof is in the pudding. These guys, they run this offer here. But in the past, we've had other people run this offer as well. And lots of times people will switch into that offer, but maybe not for like a 2K retainer, but like a 5K, 6K retainer at that point. So it's kind of like a phase two kind of thing. Now that I have all these case studies and testimonials to back it, um, whatever offer you want to choose, you do want it to be under one of these. Otherwise, your competition is going to beat you out. You're not going to be leading the market in the offers, and you're just going to get beat up by my clients, by me, and everyone else that is running something like this. Like, just put yourself in the perspective of a client, someone in a call, speaking with 10 other guys, and all 9 of them say 2, 3K retainers on a X amount of month contract per month, and you finally get that one dude that's like putting some skin in the game. It's like, okay, we'll be all the pricing, pay on results, and guarantee you this. They're gonna choose you left and right all day, every day. And like, just one example, you're like 51 leads, 76 leads, 104 leads, 122 leads. Like, it is impossible for you to get this amount of volume and just not be able to close a couple of those guys. End of the day, business is just numbers. This is the best offer right now in the space. This is what we use. This is what other people use. This is what my clients use. If it changes and there's something better, we'll be on that. Right now, that's not the case. This is leading the marketplace. So hop on it or just get left behind.